This is section 1.4, measure and classify angles. So angles, they consist of two different rays with the same endpoint. So like this picture, here's the endpoint where they intersect. One ray is going off in one direction and one goes off in the other. The rays make the sides of the angle and the endpoint makes the vertex. So this is called the vertex and this is the side and the side. So the vertex is probably one of the most important parts of the angle, so just keep that in mind. So postulate 3 and 4 are a lot like the segment ones. So we had that ruler postulate which said, oh, we can take a ruler and line it up with our segment and we don't actually have to start at 0. So this is the same idea with a protractor. If we have an angle, we can use our handy dandy protractors. They look something like this. To measure the angle, but we don't necessarily have to start at 0. If our protractor was rubbed off and we couldn't read 0, you could start at any part, and then again you just subtract the two values. The angle addition postulate, again, is the same idea. If P is in the interior of angle RST, so let's look at that. We have angle RST. So that is how you name angles. The middle letter has to be that vertex. Okay, the middle has to be vertex. And then the other two are points on the angle. So in this case, R, S, and T. So it says P is in the interior somewhere. Let's say here. And let's say we have a ray that goes out through P. The angle addition postulate says the whole angle RST is made up of these two smaller parts here. RSP, so that's the third letter instead of T, so it's going in the inside, and PST. Okay, so hopefully you're able to see where they got those from. RSP again, so it's from R to S, S is the vertex, out to P. That's how I name my angle. Okay, and then my other one, PST, starting on the line with P. Again, S is the vertex, so that's the middle letter, and out to T. Gives me my two parts of my angle. So we have 4 things we can do for classifying angles. Acute angles are angles that are less than 90 degrees. So something smaller. Okay, a right angle equals 90 degrees. And we show that with a little box in the corner to show that it's 90 or a right angle. Obtuse are greater than 90. But they have to be less than 180. Oops. So a large angle. That one kind of looks right, so I'm going to redraw that for you. So a large angle, there we go. And then a straight angle equals 180 degrees. So really it makes a line, that's why it's straight. Okay, it's 180 degrees. So a couple of vocab words. Congruent angles are two angles that have the same measure. So again, congruent symbol is the equal sign, the tilde over it. So say I want to say angle A is congruent to angle B. Now you can only use one letter if there's only one angle at each letter. If there's 2, you need to make sure you use 3. You could still do like angle RST is congruent to angle ABC, I don't know. Okay, usually we'll use 3 letters to describe an angle. So then an angle bisector is a ray that divides the angle into 2 congruent angles. So for example, if I was doing that RS, let's say I had RST, And remember the other picture, we had P in the middle, but it wasn't exactly in the middle. So if it's exactly in the middle, that would be an angle bisector. So it's a ray. So in this case, SP, because it starts at S and goes towards P, that divides these two. So angle RSP is congruent to angle PST. Okay, and you show angles are congruent by putting marks. So like one arc on each part shows that those are equal. If I had two, one with one and one with two, then they wouldn't be equal because they didn't have the same amount of arcs. So some examples. YW, ray YW, bisects angle XYZ. If the measure, okay, so this M here means measure. So keep that in mind, that's how you read that, of angle XYW. So if I look at my picture, XYW is the top part, is 18 degrees. Find the measure of angle XYZ. Well, they tell me that it's bisected, and you can also see that in the picture here. This arc and this arc have the same, so that means this part down here is also 18. So the measure of angle XYZ, which is the big angle, is just 18 plus 18, which is 36 degrees. The next one, ray WZ bisects the angle XWY, the whole thing, so XWY. So bisects, that means each part is the same. So if you see this, right now it's one continuous. That means the whole thing is 71. So it says it's bisected, that means each part is the same. So if we want to find XWZ, which is just this top half, I would want half of 71, or 71 divided by 2, because I only want one part of it, and those two parts are equal. So that would be 35.5 degrees. Okay, and that's it for this section. Again, just get used to naming angles with 3 letters. The middle letter is always the vertex. If it has an M in front of it, that stands for measure. Okay, and to mark angles congruent, we use little arcs.